Hey everyone, welcome to another MLM Dumpster Fire. Today we are here to watch Debbie and Brooke from Arbonne. I have spoken about Debbie Neal in the Mondays video this week, top MLM fails, where I included a few clips from Debbie's podcast. I find Debbie personally, I find her very condescending and rude. Debbie has a daughter, Brooke, that grew up watching her mom being in an MLM. So obviously Brooke is a successful Arbonne rep as well. And this is a little interview that they're gonna do, a little family interview. So I thought it would be interesting to check out the interview, see what they're gonna say, what kind of claims they're gonna make, what's their dynamic. And yeah, that's what we're gonna do today. I did not watch this. I'm blind reacting as per usual. Before we get into the video, don't forget to click the like and subscribe button because that's a nice free way to support my channel if you would like. And as always, big shout out to all my channel members. Thank you guys for being here, and let's just get right into the video.
Hello, you guys. I am so excited. I am going to have my mom on here with me, and she is my amazing Arbonne mentor, and I have been around Arbonne for the last 18 years because of her, and I'm so excited for us to both share our different perspectives and experiences, and for you all to hear her story, and then for those of you hopping on from her account to hear mine. Okay, let's get her added in. Hello.
Hi everybody.
Okay, I was just explaining what we are going to do. We're going to each share our stories. We're going to share a little bit. I told you it was going to zoom you in. There.
Not kidding.
We're good. Okay, I'm going to turn it over to you first. And Mom, why don't you share a little bit about your story? I shared that you've been with Arbonne for the last 18 years. Kind of share a little bit about what your life looked like before and anything that you would like to share about the company and your experience then.
Okay, hi everybody. Brooke, this is so fun. You guys, she's from like the Instagram live, and this is so out of my comfort zone. So if you fall into one of these two categories, Arbonne can be for you. So a little bit about me. My name is Debbie Neal. I am an independent consultant. I am an executive national vice president with Arbonne. I have been building Arbonne for 18 years now, and I will give you a little snapshot of my story and really what led me to Arbonne. Prior to having children, I'm a mom of 4 kids who are my absolute why in my world. But before being a mom, I was one of those women embarrassed to say that I was like, I just don't understand stay-at-home moms. Again, we teach personal growth in this business and we teach not to judge. So I was like, I was breaking every single rule, okay? But you don't know till you walk in somebody's shoes. And so what happened is our household ran on 2 incomes. I was the director of training for a large drugstore chain. And I was a 6-figure earner.
I don't know how I feel about that. Like, I know she said, oh, that's wrong. It's really wrong to judge people like that. And absolutely, it really is. It's a horrible thing to say. But at the same time, she still said it, and she kind of maybe threw shade. I feel like that was a little stab, but kind of camouflaged as a not stab. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Yeah, not a great start in my opinion.
And so that was a lot to walk away from. And what happened is when I gave birth to Brooke, I was like, I don't want to go back to work. I loved what I did, but I didn't love anything more than her. But I didn't have choices. So I went back. So I worked for 2 years. When I was pregnant with our second child, Tyler, I walked away from my corporate job because on paper, we can make it work on 1 income. And so I gave up a lot of things, including my nice truck, and I got a minivan, which is a story behind that, okay? And so I was home with my kids, and I was so blessed. But after a couple of years, I felt like a part of me had died. And I love being a mom, but I missed the drive, the ambition, something that was mine, that I could develop me into a better person and leader so I could bring that home to my babies. And so I started journaling what I wanted my life to look like. I knew I didn't want to work for anyone.
I'm sorry, maybe this is me being childless for now at least, but what difference does it make you being a leader and bringing that home to your babies? Like, they're babies. Okay, maybe later, like if you're trying to teach them something, but like, they're babies. Your babies don't care if you're a good leader or not. Maybe I'm just nitpicking, sorry.
I didn't want to commute. I wanted to travel. I wanted to be my own boss. I wanted to start a business. I wanted low startup costs. I wanted something that was merit-based. I wanted something that I could help bring out and grow my potential. I wanted to grow and develop leaders. And I had no idea what Arbonne was, but I'm a really big believer in what you're looking for is looking for you. So I started to journal. I don't know if any of you have ever journaled all of this, journaled. And then one day, Memorial Day weekend, 2006, a complete stranger, I was at my cousin's house. It was their neighbor, and she started to talk to me about Arbonne. And my initial reaction was, thank you, but no thank you. I'm thinking in my head and say it out loud. I'm thinking I've never sold a thing in my life. And I had this vision of like with catalogs and lipstick and hand cream and like going around to my neighborhood people. And I was like, I'm educated. This is not for me. But she asked me 2 questions. And before I turn this over to Brooke, I really want you to think about these 2 questions as we share some amazingly powerful information with all.
Really judgmental, isn't she? I mean, I get it. Like some jobs you don't want to do if you have college degree and stuff, but still, I don't know. I'm just getting very judgmental vibes from her. And maybe that's just me. You can let me know down below if you feel the same, but yeah.
You tonight. 1, where will you be 5 years from now if you keep doing what you're doing, especially financially? And 2, what if something unforeseen were to happen to the main source of income in your household due to layoff, divorce, injury, death? How long could you currently go on what you have saved? And so for me, I was like, not that long. Not that long, probably about 3 weeks. So for me at that point, I wanted to know.
For you at that point, joining an MLM was probably the worst financial decision you could have made. I mean, joining an MLM in general is a very bad financial decision because there are data and statistics out there from the FTC, from MLM companies themselves, like the income disclosure statement from Arbonne, which all of that is going to be, like all of my sources are going to be linked in the description box below. But there are data and statistics that prove that the majority of people in MLMs, Arbonne including, are not making any profit. So if you're already in a bad financial situation, joining an MLM is the worst that you can choose to do, in my opinion. But also, even if you're not in a bad financial situation, you are risking to bring yourself into a bad financial situation by joining an MLM, because a lot of the people out there are going into debt trying to work this MLM business.
More about Arbonne. And here's one of the things I want you to know as you're listening. Whatever you're looking to possibly earn as extra, there's a place for you in Arbonne. You can make a little or you can make a lot more. But my story was, one of the things I left out when I was home with my kids.
Arbonne has been around for years. Arbonne is very oversaturated. You cannot be successful in Arbonne. The only way that you could be successful in Arbonne at this point is if you have a big social media following, which you can then recruit into your downline when you join Arbonne. Otherwise, you have 99% of chances of never making any profits. So Debbie here is implying that you choose how much you want to make. You can do it. Everything's possible. No, it's not. No, it's not. And Arbonne's own income disclosure statement proves that it's not.
I was watching 5 kids under the age of 7. So I was already kind of doing this side hustle thing. I wanted to know there was potential. Now, again, $200 a month can be the difference to somebody's family. And clearly it was to mine too, because I was babysitting children. But when I saw what was possible, truly possible, that is what stopped me in my tracks and opened up my mind and my heart to the possibilities of Arbonne. And so I'm so excited to turn this back over to Brooke, and then I'm going to come back and talk about the business. But my friends, Brooke was 6 years old when I started this business. I started this business for her, and now I'm building this business with her. So it's more powerful than I could have ever imagined.
It's been so special.
There's nothing powerful about that when you realize that what you're both doing, you and your daughter, is scamming people out of money. Brooke grew up surrounded by MLMs and maybe she's brainwashed. I could believe that she's still brainwashed, but for Debbie, in my opinion, I believe that she is very well aware of the fact that the majority of people, the thousands of people that are in her downline, are not making any profit. She's reaping the benefits off of her downline's hard work. So everything that her downline does, she gets some kind of commission. She gets financial benefits off of that work. Those people in her downline, the majority of them are not profiting. So yeah, it sounds great when you say it like that, but when you scratch the surface a little bit and Brooke's team is the same. The majority of people in Brooke's downline are working hard, but they're not making any profit. But she is, based on their hard work. So you're both scamming people. You're just a mom and daughter who are scamming people out of money in a product-based pyramid scheme, in my opinion. But you guys let me know down below what you think about that. I think this is twisty and kind of sad.
And to see those income levels, I know you're going to go through them. People can also go to earnings@arbonne.com. We're sharing, of course, our unique story, and you can see more about our amazing compensation plan there. But a little bit about me. So I'm now 25. I started my Arbonne business when I was 19, and I had been around the company for, of course, as long as I can remember. I was 6 years old, and my mom grew to the top of the company actually within 6 months, and she's been there for the last, almost 2 decades. And I share that because the financial choices that this brought into my family's life, having her fully present and being able to be home with us was so powerful, but not just physically there. She was also mentally there, right? The stress was completely lifted off her shoulders. She was able to give more and do more and serve other people and impact other people. And the community was amazing. I feel like I grew up with so many amazing women in my life. Of course, I have my amazing mom, but so many like second, third, fourth, fifth moms that grew up with me and their kids. We all grew up together, and I was just around faith-filled, empowered, amazing women that really wanted to serve others. And it was one of those things that I knew I'd be a part of Arbonne one day. I just wasn't sure what that would look like. And when you become 18, when you turn 18, you're able to become an independent consultant with Arbonne. But on my 18th birthday, I honestly couldn't even fathom starting a business. It was so outside my comfort zone, and I was excited to go to college. I was in high school at the time. So anyway, I just literally did not think about it until I came home for my freshman year of college. My first year of college, I was sitting at home. I was applying to be a waitress, and I applied to like 5 different places, and none of them were hiring for the summer. So I needed a way to earn some part-time income. And I knew Arbonne would be an amazing way to do that without physically clocking in anywhere, which was great because I was used to being a waitress. And of course, you have to physically be in the restaurant, and you don't create your own schedule. Somebody else creates it for you. I was also looking to further my health journey. As I went to college, I gained a lot of weight pretty quickly. I wasn't feeling my best. I was breaking out, low energy. Arbonne has amazing products. And ultimately, what really led me to start, though, was I was looking for something to get me excited post-graduation because, as I mentioned a few times, I grew up with 2 parents who are entrepreneurs, who have created a lot of choices and were able to travel and have the flexible schedule and love what they do so much. Then I was kind of in a bubble, and then I went to college, and I'm like, oh my gosh, not everybody's like that. A lot of people are dreading graduating and dreading the jobs that they worked so hard to study for and get post-graduation. Like, I want something that I'm excited about. And I just kept thinking, Arbonne kept coming to my mind. And as I was praying on it, I truly knew that it was the right next step for me. And I started and became a consultant that very night, the day that I hadn't thought about it the day before, thought about it, felt it so heavy on my heart that day, and started that night. I was 19, and now it's been 6 years. And of course, my life looks different now. I was a full-time college student at the time. Built this to a level where I was able to pursue it full-time after graduation, and I graduated in 2021, and now clearly it's 2024. So it's been 6 years of such an amazing journey of personal growth, building my clientele and my team, and sharing these amazing products and this amazing business model with other people. And all of those things have deeply impacted my life long before I even became a consultant. So I truly feel like I know I'm indebted to this company, and that it's truly an honor to share, because I don't even know what our family would look like without this amazing brand. So being able to offer that to other families, other students, other people who are praying for exactly what we were before we started, it's just been amazing and a dream come true.
She talks very fast and a lot, but I want to believe that she's just brainwashed, okay? Like, I just want to believe that. I'm probably wrong. She probably knows by now that the majority of people in her downline are not making money, and I would love to know her opinion on why does she think they're not making any money. But also, students, seriously, especially in America, where you already accumulate, I think is the word, so much debt. as a student, and then you have these people trying to recruit you into a business model where you have 99% of chances of never making any profit. You can go deeper in depth trying to work your MLM business. It's not going to pay you for anything. You're not going to make any money. Don't trust these people. Do your own research. Please, for the love of God, just don't join an MLM. It's not an amazing opportunity. And the company, the Arbonne's income disclosure statement, which she directed people to as well, proves that the majority of people don't make any profit. But I'd be curious to see if Deb is actually going to talk about the ranks and the income disclosure statement.
And of course, a journey with ups and downs and all the growth and all the things, because that's entrepreneurship. So I'll get into, Mom, a little bit about Arbonne.
You're not entrepreneurs, though. You're independent contractors for Arbonne. So in my opinion, there's nothing entrepreneurial about that.
A company first, and then I'll turn it back to you to share more about the business. So for those of you who have no idea what Arbonne is, it is a health and wellness company following a network marketing business model, which is my mom. My mom is going to walk us through what that looks like and how it's different from a traditional business. But Arbonne has been around for 44 years. We are so proud to share that. Over 4 decades of history and stability. And from the very beginning in 1980, Arbonne has been pure, safe, and beneficial. Our products are super clean. We have a really strict ingredients policy, banning over 2,000 ingredients from the formulation of our products. So we go by European standards, which are the strictest in the world, and we ban over 700 ingredients, more than the European Union does on their products. So I really believe in the ingredients. They are scientifically tested, clinically tested, I should say, and the quality of the products, like the taste. I'm drinking my greens right now. They taste amazing. The skincare works amazing. Like, you're not sacrificing good ingredients for great quality products. It's really the best of both worlds. We're actually a certified B Corporation. So the major that I decided on while I was in school was called Leadership, Ethics, and Sustainability in the business school. So I literally studied how businesses can be a force for good in the world. And every single one of my professors said that they only spend their money with B corporations because they know that that is the highest certification to get in terms of ethics, transparency, honesty. They go through your entire supply chain with such a fine-tooth comb, making sure everybody's paid correctly. All the ingredients are sourced organically and sustainably. And anyway,
everybody's paid correctly, but yet your income disclosure statement, or from Arbonne's income disclosure statement, shows that the majority of people in Arbonne, the majority of distributors, are not making any profit. But you care about people being paid, bro. Really, Brooke? Really?
With your warehouse and how the products are stored and created, and the philanthropy that you are donating to every single year. So when Arbonne got this certification, I knew how big of a deal this was because I had been studying it 2 years prior to us getting the certification. And we're actually the highest scoring company with this certification in our entire industry. So to be able to represent a brand that I am so proud to stand behind through and through, they are such an amazing brand, and I've always known that they are. But the fact that we have that stamp of approval from one of the most strict organizations in the world for ethics, sustainability, philanthropy, socially, all of the things, means a lot to me. And we have over 400 products, which is another really amazing thing from a business standpoint. We have nutrition, skincare, makeup, body care, hair care. We just launched some amazing new body care products that I am obsessed with. I just use them all after the shower and I'm like amazed. But we have something for everybody. These are products that I would be using whether I was an Arbonne consultant or not. And that's something that my mom actually started because she's like, she was buying products for herself, my dad, all of her kids. She's like, I may as well shop from my own brand. As consultants, we get 35 to 45% off as a discount on every single product. Sephora is not giving us discounts. GNC is not giving us a discount. It's a one-stop shop. We give ourselves a sale instead of going to all of those other stores. It makes things so simple.
Geez, this woman can talk, can she? And I don't mean that in a bad way. I'm just like, oh my God. Slow down.
So easy, and we get to build our own dreams instead of building somebody else's. So we get to use the amazing products, but we also get to share the amazing products that we love with other people. We get to earn between 15 and 35% weekly commission on every single one of our orders. And also going back to, these are products that we all use and love. I had no sales experience. My mom didn't either. That was one of our biggest hesitations. We weren't sure. Of course, you can never be sure who's going to buy your products or who's going to join your team. But the fact that these are products that everybody is using, I loved that, and that made me feel great about sharing them. I knew it was something that people were using and they were looking for, and that they could really benefit from using a non-toxic, clean, higher quality version of. So we use the products, we share the products, and we also get to build a sales team, which is actually the
version of what, Brooke? You didn't finish that sentence. But also there are a lot of products out there that are clean and not toxic that don't cost as much as Arbonne does. Arbonne is just way too expensive. And even if I wanted to buy Arbonne products on the regular basis, I would not be able to afford that. And I'm sure a lot of people out there as well. They're crazy expensive in my opinion. So there are other alternative. There are other products that do the same or maybe even better job than Arbonne products that you can purchase. And you're not supporting an MLM company with that as well.
The most powerful thing about what we do, and that's what really differentiates network marketing from a traditional business or even affiliate marketing, because we really have the ability to scale our business and therefore scale our income, because our team knows so many more people than we know, right? And that opens so many doors. We get to mentor them and help them build their clientele, help them earn an extra stream of income for their families, which is so fulfilling. But again, it really is what makes this business model so brilliant and lucrative. So Mom, I'm going to turn it back over to you. Anything that you want to add about the business model, anything you want to add and tag on about what I was just sharing, and then please walk us through the income levels as well, like what that income really does look like, because I know a lot of people are praying for extra in today's economy. Maybe they want to walk away from a job. Maybe they just want to earn some extra alongside what they're already doing. So I feel like them hearing these numbers would be really powerful of like exactly what that looks like. I know that was what sold you, because numbers are powerful and seeing that is everything.
Thank you, Brooke. That was awesome. You guys.
Yeah, agreed. The numbers are powerful. Like when you take a look at the Arbonne's income disclosure statement and you see that the majority of people are not making any profit, you should run the other direction and not join. So
I'm listening to my child and I'm like, I'm in. I'll join all over again. I'm 18 years in this business and I'm so obsessed with our company. I'm so obsessed with our products, and I'm really, really obsessed with the power of network marketing. And I really believe to the depths of my soul, everybody should be building this business. I will talk numbers for a minute because I am a numbers person, and numbers are what did this for me. So there are 4 management levels in Arbonne. Now, under each management level, I'm going to tell you what the average monthly income is. And I'm going to stress the word average. What average means is that people make less, but it also means that people make more. What enticed me to Arbonne was that I heard no glass ceiling, meaning I can sell as much product as I want. I can enroll as many incredible independent consultants.
So I am looking at the income disclosure statement as well as I'm listening to Debbie speak, and she said there are 4 management levels, which is district manager, area manager, regional, and national vice presidents. But there is an independent consultant rank, which is the bottom rank, which she's not going to talk about the very bottom rank. Why is that? Why are you not talking about the bottom rank, Debbie, if the majority of distributors, Arbonne distributors, are sitting on that rank? And you're seriously gonna skip it and pretend like it's not there? 70% of independent consultants in Arbonne are on the bottom rank that she's not gonna talk about. Okay, well then I'm gonna say average annual earnings for the bottom rank, where 70% of Arbonne distributors are sitting, earns $265 a year, and that's average. And funny how Debbie is a numbers person, but she's talking about average annual earnings when she has the median annual earnings, which is more specific, more correct than the average earnings. So again, for the very bottom rank that Debbie is not going to mention in her little speech, median annual earnings are $135 a year, $135 a year. 70% of people, of Arbonne distributors, are sitting on this rank earning on median $135 a year. That is not profit. These people are not profiting. They're spending hundreds of dollars monthly on Arbonne products. They're definitely not profiting. They very well might be going into debt as well. But again, Debbie is not going to talk about this rank. Is anyone surprised? I'm not, but I'm glad that we spoke about the rank. But anyway, we're going to talk about the ranks that look a little bit better, I guess.
Into my business directly and teach them how to do what I do. So that's what we mean by no glass ceiling. So the first management level is a district manager. Average monthly earnings is about $500 a month. Some make less, some make more. Second management level is an area manager. average monthly income is about
Oh yeah, this was last year or the year before, I think. So she's reading off different numbers, but I'm looking at the income disclosure statement from last year, from 2023. So that's why the numbers that she's reading off are different than in the income disclosure statement that's linked in the description box below.
$1,500 a month. And this is the level that you can will your business, which makes this business very, very powerful. The third management level is what we refer to.
Still, so she said the area managers is where you can like live off of your business, but 7%, well, last year in 2023, only 7% of the company's distributors sit on this rank. And there's also a bottom average, which earns $408 a year at this rank. So MLMs are so unstable. Like it's just,
In Arbonne is regional vice president level. You may have heard it referred to as the white Mercedes-Benz level, because this is the level that you can earn a cash bonus to put towards the lease or purchase of a white Mercedes. And now we also have a choice bonus, which you can get a car of your choice or just keep it as a bonus. Average monthly income, about $5,000 to $10,000 a month. And then that's the level that Brooke is at. And then there is my management level, which is national vice president, where the average monthly earnings is $22,000 a month. Now, I want to be very honest and very transparent with you, okay? We refer people to earnings at Arbonne because, number one, I'm very proud of our compensation plan, and legally we always want to point out what's average, okay? Because there are absolutely no income claims, but that pumps me up.
There are absolutely no income claims, but you made a bunch of income claims throughout this video. Again, like I said, if Debbie is a number person, but she literally skipped the very bottom rank where the majority of distributors are sitting at, not making any profit. So to me, that is deceitful. To me, that clearly shows that she's not being fully honest with the people that are watching this video.
I was looking for a merit-based business. I wasn't looking for anything other than a merit-based business. And so when I saw the top level of income, you know what most people say to me, and I want to be honest, how many people really make that? You know what my question was 18 years ago? If that's average, what's the highest that anybody's ever earned at that level? I can do this. And that was not because I've sold anything in my life. It was because I really believed in myself. And you might be listening to this and saying, well, I really don't. I'm a people builder. We build people. I coach people to success. And so when I look at what we actually do for a living, I sell products. I'm so proud to sell the best products in the world. I love Arbonne. And I'm here because the products are amazing. We're here for 44 years because the products are amazing. The second thing I do is I am always looking for independent consultants to enroll in this business and teach you how to sell products. And then the third thing I do, which I'm really passionate about, is I develop myself into a leader every single day. And when you become a leader, you now have the ability to develop leaders. And when you develop leaders, you increase the efficiency of your organization. I have a gigantic organization, and I'm so proud of the business that I've built over 18 years. And I'm really passionate about helping other people do the same. And again, my results might not be average, but you know what? I wasn't average. Are you average? That's because we were born not to be average. This business model is incredible, and it is the future. So I want to I don't want to use the word dummy down.
Network marketing is not incredible in my opinion, and it is definitely not the future because MLMs are sinking. Like MLM companies are turning to affiliate. Monat is sinking. It's such a mess, and that's definitely not the future.
Network marketing, but I want to simplify network marketing, okay? Number one, it's word of mouth advertising, which is the most powerful form of advertising today. Brooke, you're making me thirsty with those greens. It's the most powerful form of advertising, okay? So let's just, to give you a visual of what it is, let's say you're walking into, any retail store, whether you're going into Sephora or Saks or GNC or Walmart, any retail establishment to purchase your skincare, your makeup, or your nutrition. Those products are going from the manufacturer, the distributor, the wholesale, the warehouse, the advertising. And there's so many steps before it gets to the end consumer. So a company like Arbonne, our products are manufactured and produced in Irvine, California. They're shipped direct to the consumer, right? with absolutely no middlemen. So if your interest level is products, here's what I want you to know why this business model benefits you. You're getting the best of science.
Some would say that the MLM distributors are the middlemen because they are promoting the company and they're promoting the products and stuff for free. So
It's the best of technology, the best ingredients at the best price that we can offer. Now, our products are not cheap because they're not cheap. Okay. But when you're ruling out those middlemen, Arbonne takes that money and puts it back into science, technology, ingredients, right? And so you as a customer are benefiting. Somebody like me, somebody like Brooke, I wanted more. I wanted more than good products. I was looking for a way to transform my life, both financially and honestly as a leader. I believe we were put on this earth to become the best version of ourselves, and that's what Arbonne was for me. So what I loved about Arbonne was it gave me the ability to start a business with low startup cost. Low startup cost, okay?
I'm pretty sure Debbie knows this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. When you join an MLM, and Arbonne including, you're not starting your own business. It's not your own business. You're not your own boss. You're joining as an independent contractor for that MLM company. You can be terminated. The MLM can shut down their MLM business model and go to affiliate like so many other MLMs have done by now. You're not starting your own business. And I personally feel like Debbie knows that, but she's still saying these things that are misleading, in my opinion.
So I got started with a business. I purchased products to get started. Now, there are no minimums to get started, but I wanted to use my products, right? We have the best skincare. We have hair care. We have cosmetics. We have body care. We have nutrition. And so I was really excited to use the brand that I was going to represent. Plus, once I learned about the Arbonne difference, I was like, like now I know what's in my products that I'm using at home. I can't consciously use them anymore. Like knowledge is power. So that's what the network marketing model is. It's actually that simple. And a lot of times we're overcomplicating it. I will give you a couple of reasons why the smartest people in the world are building this business. I happen to have been a stay-at-home mom when I started building this business. We have doctors, we have lawyers, we have teachers, we have personal trainers, we have people in corporate America. I run meetings on Wall Street. This is not an or business. It's an and business. You can build Arbonne and do whatever it is you're doing currently full time. It could be a plan B, but it's something that you can also work and build it consistently over time. And it does have the power to be your plan A. So a lot of people are seeing the power in that. People today are retiring looking for extra income. Most households today need an extra stream of income. Most people are really nervous about what retirement is going to look like. Most people, I know at my age, I'm 52 years old, what if parents need help? What does that look like? What does college tuition look like today? So people are taking a look at Arbonne. Another thing that's really, really powerful, and I know for me, time to me is the most precious commodity in the world. It took a lot of time to build the business that I have. Again, I'm one of the most transparent people you will ever meet. This business was not easy, but it is simple, and I have been in love with it for 18 years. But you know what? I got to build my business alongside my family. I got to work my business into my life, not my life into my business. It's very different. And especially with the results that I achieved, and at the beginning of my business with no social media, I was in my car, I don't know, probably 6 days a week, driving all over the world. I couldn't wait to tell people about Arbonne. But it's a very different feeling to do it because
she was in her car driving all over the world, spreading word about Arbonne.
you get to, not doing it because I had to. And although our family greatly benefited from Arbonne, I love doing it. And many of you have probably heard the saying, if you love what you do, you will never work another day in your life. I sprung up like everything separated. I couldn't wait to build this business. And it's the same for me. But I can tell you 18 years later, because of my efforts, because of the incredible leaders in my organization, and let me tell you, I still work my business every single day. But I do have time flexibility now. I do. When my daughter calls me up and says, you want to have lunch? I'm on my way. I have choices, I have flexibility, and it was worth every single thing that I did to build this business. And I'm going to give you four more reasons why Arbonne.
Sure, Debbie, it worked out for you because you joined early and you have the flexibility and the freedom to do that. But what about the majority of people in Arbonne and all other MLM companies that never make any profit? What about just your downline? How many thousands of people do you have in your downline, both you and Brooke? And how many of them are actually making any profit? A lot of them are just working for free. They're not getting any benefits. They don't have any free time. They're just taking away more of their free time that they could be spending with their kids trying to work the MLM business, which is never gonna pay them, and they don't even make any profit from it. So they're just wasting their time on something useless rather than spending that free time with their kids. The very opposite thing is happening for the majority of people in your downline, and it has nothing to do with them or their work ethic. It has everything to do with the business model. The business model is set up so that the majority of people are gonna fail.
There are thousands of network marketing companies out there. Okay. I will never badmouth another one. I think I have so much respect for the industry, but I'm with Arbonne for one reason and one reason only. There's nothing better. I love Arbonne. I'm so passionate about Arbonne, but there's 4 key factors to look for in a network marketing company. 1, marketplace demand. We have something for everyone. That's awesome. I don't want to sell to one age group, one sex, one nationality. The second thing to look for is a consumable products. We have something for everyone. I already said that. Consumable products. You use our nutrition, you run out. Our mascara, you run out. Our shampoo, conditioner, you run out. And when people are loving the products, they're reordering them. Number 1, we pride ourselves on customer service. But number 2, I feel like once you use Arbonne, like you're using Arbonne. The third thing to look for is timing and trends. There are 2 gigantic timing and trends right now. 1, home-based business. Everywhere you look, Times, Forbes, Business Weekly, USA Today, the Wall Street Journal, everything is talking about home-based business. And the second huge thing is health and wellness. We're living in a health and wellness. It's a $1 trillion industry. It's a $1 trillion industry, and we've got the best of both worlds. And the fourth thing to look for is the ability to leverage your time.
You got the best of both worlds, but the majority of people, again, are not making any profit in this business model. They're working for free. So I don't understand how is that best of anything.
I love teaching other people to do what I do. I love enrolling other independent consultants. I could never
Yeah, you love enrolling other consultants because you get benefits off of that, and you get benefits off of their hard work. Of course you love enrolling people, and you love when your downline does it as well.
promise you success, but what I can promise you is I'm in this for life. I've got you. We've got you. Whoever you join in this business, and somebody might be sharing this with you. Like, that's one of the things I said to you. I don't know how to fail. So I will take your hand and we will build this brick by brick. We are currently now in the United States of America. We are in Canada. We are in United Kingdom.
You don't know how to fail, but yet the majority of your team, of your downline, is not succeeding in the MLM. You girl are failing. You are definitely failing. Unless you can prove that your whole team, everybody is successful and everybody is earning a shit ton of money and like everybody is profiting from doing the Arbonne business. But from what we know, from all the statistics and data that's out there about MLMs, about Arbonne, I would say that, in my opinion, Debbie is failing. Her team, at least. She's getting money, obviously, because she's at the top, but her team is failing. And by that, she's failing her team because they joined her, but they're not profiting. So how do you not know how to fail? You definitely are failing your downline.
We're in Australia, we're in New Zealand, and we're in Poland. And so I heard this information 18 years ago. I'm going to just share one more thing before I turn it over to Brooke. You guys, I was at this backyard barbecue and I felt like I could put a cape on and fly home. I was like, I found it. This is it. Like, I never sold a thing in my life, but I remember where I was, what I was standing, something inside of my soul awoken. I was like, this is what I was praying for. But I want to be very boldly honest with you, because there's some of you that might be listening for the first time. Some of you, somebody may have already had the Arbonne story shared with you, but fear held you back, or timing held you back, or what other people think will hold you back. I want to share my story because I got in the car that night and I'm like, I'm doing this. But then on the way home, I was like, Deb, who's going to join you? Like, who's going to follow you? You never sold a thing in your life. You're a stay-at-home mom. What if this doesn't work? What if you can't succeed? Our human tendency wants to go to fear. Our human body wants to, and our mind wants to keep us safe. Like danger, 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 danger. That's something new. It's something different. Stay where you are. Let me tell you something. I was praying for this. You might be praying for more too. I didn't know the answer was Arbonne, but you know what I did know? Deb, get in the boat. Get in the boat, because this could be the exact thing that you were praying for. And I will tell you, I went to bed that night. And when I went to bed that night, like I was in, I was out, I was in, I was out. I'm going to do it now. Maybe I'll do it in 6 months. And then I picked up the phone the next day and I called the complete stranger that introduced me to Arbonne. And I said, sign me up. Because if I don't jump in right now, I am going to change my mind. Here's the deal. I had a good life before Arbonne. Maybe you have a good life. I wanted a great life. I wanted a life with choices, with flexibility. I wanted to empower myself. I wanted to live the life that I was meant to lead. And
I'm sorry. I just find it really, I know I'm making faces and stuff, but I just find it really hard to listen to these top leaders trying to be motivational and be like, look how great this is for me. Look how great this turned out for me. And you can do it too. And like, no, you can't. Arbonne is an old company, so it's oversaturated already. The only way that people could see some success in Arbonne now is if they have a big following on social media or wherever that they can recruit into their downline when they join. They're not gonna get where you are. And she's talking as if this is some great thing, great business. She's so successful and it's great. It's like, in reality, you're just scamming people, in my humble opinion. You're scamming people out of money in Arbonne, in my opinion, again. So I don't know. I just find it really hard to listen to it, but we have 2 minutes left. So let's just get it over with, Deb.
my purpose in life is to help other people tap into their God-given potential. And I didn't know what the answer was, but it is 1000% Arbonne. And although I still had some fears, I came to two reasons. Number one, Deb, you're going to wash your hair, wash your face, you're going to shave, you're going to do all these things anyway. So you can continue living inside of your comfort zone and going to the stores and build somebody else's dreams. Or you could take a step out in faith, have a little guts, and start your own business and start buying from your.
You're not starting your own business when you join Arbonne. That's one. Second, you're still working for someone else's dreams, because let's say you join Debbie's downline, you're working hard, you're not profiting yourself, but Debbie here reaps the benefits off of your hard work because she's your upline. So you're still, in theory, you're still working for Debbie's dreams, and so that she can afford her lavish lifestyle while you're not making any profit. So it's no different than working for a CEO in a corporate job or whatever. You're still working for someone else's dreams, and you're, at least in corporate, you're getting paid for working for someone else's dreams. In MLMs, you don't get paid for the work that you put in. You only get paid if you recruit or sell.
Let me tell you something, friends. There are two types of opportunities: those that are seized and those that are missed. And what I knew 18 years ago was that Arbonne was not waiting for Debbie Neal. It was not. And I'm saying this with so much love. It's not waiting for you either. I wanted a different life. But in order to have a different life, I needed to make different choices. The definition of insanity is doing the exact same thing and expecting a different result. So I want you to go to bed tonight and dream really big. And I want to ask you, do you want more out of life? Because we have one life and no dress rehearsal. My dream was not selling nutrition and skincare. That wasn't my dream. But my dream was to live my life on my terms, and Arbonne is the vehicle. And I feel so proud and grateful. And there has never been a better time to be a part of Arbonne.
Oh my gosh, so true. The momentum that our team and the entire company is in, new products that are launching, so much growth, so much.
There was absolutely a better time to join Arbonne, which was like 19 years ago when Debbie joined. Like, come on, so cringe. Just end it, please.
Much excitement. Mom, I'm so glad that we did this. We are going to save this to our page. For those of you who are watching, if you're curious, you're ready to get started, you have questions, send us a DM. We would love to send you a link and to get you started. And we actually are about to hop on our team training call at 8 p.m. We have them weekly. So many resources we're ready to pour into. Anybody who is ready to link arms with us and get started, we would love to get you registered. And then you can hop on that call tonight and see how our team and community energy, what it's all about. So anyway, I hope you all have an amazing night, and we're excited to hear from you guys. Have a good one. Bye, Mom.
Good God, they can talk, both of them. Not that it's a bad thing, but I'm just, yeah. It was a bit much for me personally, but let me know down below what you thought about this. Yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. I think I'm not gonna say anything else. I would love to hear your guys' opinions on Debbie and on this training in general, or I guess it was more of an opportunity call. And thank you for watching, for making it through this. Don't forget to click the like and subscribe button if you would like to support my channel. That's a nice free way to do that. And as always, big shout out to all my channel members, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.